Here we go. The spring transfer portal has officially opened up, and we have already seen a bunch of big names enter. So in today's video, I'm going to go over the top 6 running back transfers that Nebraska needs to pursue. A former 5-star that Matt Rhule originally recruited, a power back from the Big Ten that Nebraska is very familiar with, a bunch of Power 4 starters, and so much more. This list is dripping with talent. But before we get into all of it, if you're fired up about potentially adding a Nebraska running back transfer, I know I am. Hit that like button. And really quick, if you support what I'm doing here, daily Husker football content, I'm going to be posting Husker transfer portal updates a lot. If you want to stay in tune with your favorite team, really helps me out. Please hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. But without further ado, let's get into it. Talking about the spring transfer portal, talking about Nebraska and some potential new running backs that they're going to add to this roster. Now, Matt Rhule, the second he got to Nebraska, he has preached competition on offense, defense. He said he's not going to shy away from it. And I know a lot of people, they say, oh, the running back room is good as it is. We believe in Quinn Knives. We believe in Mekhi Nelson. Again, it's a fine room, and you might expect Quinn Knives, who has 7 career rushing yards, to finally break out. But Nebraska, objectively, if you compare this to the rest of the Big Ten, the rest of the Power 4 ranks, it is one of the worst running back rooms from the depth standpoint in all of college football. And I'm not saying that Quinn Knives can't break out. I'm not saying Mekhi Nelson can't break out. They might be very good players for Nebraska this year. But in my opinion, and I believe that the staff believes this way too, they would be dumb to not kick the tires on a couple of these high-quality running backs who can not only come in here and give us good reps, they might come in here and compete to start and make this running back room better. You know, I'll ask you one question before we get into this list. Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied? Okay, are you satisfied? We're trying to win 8-9 games this year. Do you think this running back room is good enough to win 8-9 games? I don't know. I'm not satisfied, especially when you see some of these running backs who are really good. So let's get into it. Talking specifically about the top 6 running backs that I believe Nebraska need to go after. I've put all these guys into 3 different categories. The elusive backs, that'd be a nice 1-2 punch with Emmett. The third down running back who can catch passes, who can block. And then the power backs, the guys who can lay the wood on you, especially in a third down short yardage situation. So let's just get things going with the elusive backs that have entered the transfer portal that Nebraska needs to go after. The first guy I want to start things off is L.J. Johnson, coming out of SMU, former 5-star recruit out of Cypress, Texas. 1 year of eligibility left, rushed for 700 yards, 5 touchdowns last year for the Mustangs. He originally started his career with Texas A&M, went over to SMU. You know, people forget right off the bat that SMU made the college football playoff last year, and he was a large part of it. He had some really good games down the stretch for the Mustangs. And the second thing I want to mention around him, Matt Rhule, when he was at Baylor, gave L.J. Johnson his second ever offer. Baylor was very involved here in this recruiting process. Matt Rhule's familiar with this name. I would be shocked if Nebraska didn't kick the tires here and try to get him to come to Lincoln because this is a guy who has dynamic speed. He runs a legit 4.4. There's estimations that he could even run a 4.3, which is, again, blazing fast for a running back. He's elusive. He has a good build on him. You know he has that high potential being a former 5-star. I mean, this is a no-brainer. And he's a guy that Matt Rhule's very familiar with. I would be shocked if Nebraska doesn't try to, see what's going on here. Really like L.J. Johnson's game. High potential, and already a guy who has produced throughout his college career. Probably hasn't lived up to that 5-star potential, but again, he's good. He is good, and he's fast, and he would be a nice 1-2 punch with Emmett. Really like his game. So that's the first guy I have my eyes out for. Keeping it with my second elusive back, this is Byron Cardwell, transferring in from Cal. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen the Cal situation. 4 running backs have transferred from Cal over the past 2 days. This is probably my favorite besides Jaden Ott. Jaden Ott recently committed to Oklahoma, so he's off the table. But Byron Cardwell, he has 2 years of eligibility left. He was with Oregon to begin his career. In his first year with Oregon, he ran for 400 yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean, just a very slippery running back. He's not as fast as L.J. Johnson, I'll say that. But, man, he's slippery, right? I mean, he can juke you out of your socks. Now, again, he doesn't have a lot of production to his name ever since his season with Oregon. And honestly, again, I know a lot of people don't want to lose Quinn Knives. If you don't want to lose Quinn Knives, this would be the guy to go after because he's not guaranteed to be our second-string running back. You just bring him in to add another body to this room, and add another piece, and see if they can battle it out. So if you really believe in Quinn Knives and you want him to stay guaranteed, and you don't want him to transfer out, this is the type of guy you bring in just to add another body here. And this guy was a former 4-star recruit, so guy with high potential. So really like Byron Cardwell's game. That's the second elusive back. Let's get to the third down running back. So these are the Dana Holgorsen type running backs, the guys that can catch passes, who can block, you can line up at wide receiver. receiver. Let's get things going with Sam Franklin, who just entered from Oklahoma. Now, he only spent 1 year with the Sooners. Obviously, you see the stats on the screen. 7 yards per carry, pretty darn good, 130 yards. But before he was with Oklahoma, he was an FCS All-American at UT Martin. I mean, just look at the stats here. In 2023, he ran for 6 yards a carry, about 1,400 yards, 11 touchdowns. He also caught 13 passes and 130 receiving yards. So again, a guy can do just about everything. Very productive. Another guy who would come in here, compete right away with 1 year of eligibility remaining. Really, really like his game. And a guy who can do literally just about everything. I mean, he's elusive, but he can also catch passes. So really, really like Sam Franklin. Would not be shocked in Nebraska. Try to kick the tires there. Then I got to bring back TJ Harden because this is my guy. He's still in the transfer portal. He's waited till the spring deadline. I think he was waiting until then so he could graduate from UCLA. But I'm telling you, TJ Harden, if you want a running back who could do literally everything for you, he can be a power back. He's 220. He is pretty fast. He can run about a 4.4. And more importantly, TJ Harden can catch passes. Okay, look at the stats from last year. 40 receptions for about 400 yards and a touchdown. That is ridiculous from a running back. I love TJ Harden's game, man. I think he would fit this Dana Holgorsen offense so well. So well. And he had a great game when he played Nebraska last year. I think Nebraska would be stupid not to see what's going on here with TJ Harden. He's good. He is so good. I want him here, man. Really want him here. And he fits his Dana Holgorsen offense probably better than anyone else. So that is the fourth player, and this guy's a third down running back. All right, let's get to the power backs, the Dante Dowdells, the guys that we can give to, the goal line, and that'd be free money, free first down, free touchdown. Let's get into the first one. It was announced yesterday that Josh McCray has entered the transfer portal. Very familiar name to a lot of Nebraska fans. Again, guy coming out of Illinois. Last year ran for 600 yards, 7 touchdowns on the year. Was the MVP of the bowl game when they played South Carolina. Just a very productive player. He's about 235, 6'1". He's a complete bowling ball. Like we thought Dante Dowdell was big. Josh McCray makes Dante look small. This dude is a big boy. Okay, I mean, we talk all the time about a short yardage back, power back. He fits that to a T. Now, I will say this about Josh McCray. He's going to be highly coveted. And he's probably wanting to go somewhere to start. I don't know if Nebraska can offer him a starting position, but I will tell you this. If he comes to Nebraska, he's going to play a lot. It's going to play a lot. So Josh McCray is somebody who I would definitely go after if they're interested in the power back. And then the last guy that I want to talk about, this is more of a high upside guy. Again, a guy who can come in here and compete with Quinn Ives. Quinn Ives probably wouldn't be too scared about this addition. This is Benjamin Hall, former 4-star recruit out of Michigan. Has 2 years of eligibility remaining. I like Benjamin Hall's game. Again, he's a power back. Again, 235, 72 yards last year, so didn't really play too much. Again, just another big body who you can add to this room who's been productive at the high school ranks. And again, he's going to have some suitors here, but would love to add this guy to the room just to come in here and compete. Compete with Quinn, compete with Mackay. So really like this name here. Just a high upside, low floor guy, but really like his potential. So those are the 6 running back transfers that I believe Nebraska should pursue. Again, this running back room, I believe in some of these guys. I truly do, but I'm just not satisfied. And I bet you aren't either. Okay, if I wanted Nebraska to win 6 games this year, I would have been, okay, cool, we're fine with this running back room. But I want Nebraska to win 8-9 games this year, and I expect you probably do too. You want Nebraska to compete for a College 12 playoff potential. I know that sounds crazy. It's a good, not great, I don't even say it's a good running back room. It's a mad running back room. And I'm going to just tell you this right now. What if Emmett Johnson gets injured? What if he does? We've had a lot of running back injuries the past couple of years. Do you feel comfortable about the running back room now with Quinn Ives starting, a guy who has 7 career rushing yards? Do you? You probably don't. I expect Nebraska to take a running back transfer. At the very minimum, they're going to go after they're going to try to go after one, kick the tire, see what's going on here. Let's see what happens. One thing I got a question about, I want to end the video with this. I got a question yesterday. Would you take a running back transfer if it was guaranteed that Quinn Ives would leave? My answer to that is yes. My answer to that is yes. And I love Quinn Ives' game, but I'm over competition over everything else. And if Quinn Ives is scared of the competition, then why are you here? Why are you here? And I don't think he's scared of the competition. I don't think he is. I think he's going to stick through it. I want a guy who can come in here who has a background of being a productive running back. Quinn Ives does not have that. And I want a guy who can come here and compete. And if we bring in a guy maybe like a Benjamin Hall we just mentioned, and Quinn Knives battles him and Quinn Knives wins that battle, I'm perfectly comfortable with Quinn Knives being the running back 2. But in my opinion, Quinn Knives hasn't battled anybody to be running back 2. He's basically been gifted it because the running back room is so bad. It is what it is. And I'm not trying to dog Quinn Knives. I've made my point very clear. I think he has high potential. I believe a little bit in him, but I'm just not bought into him being, this breakout player. It's just not. I want more competition here. Let's see if they add it. But those are the top 6 guys who've entered the portal already who I think Nebraska should pursue. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Should Nebraska take a running back transfer? Who do you want? Let me know in the comment section. Hey, if you made this far in the video, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe. As always, folks, go grab, go my Rhule. See you in the next one.